Hey, what's up guys? Skills WG here and welcome back to another Brawlhalla video. Today guys, I'm giving you the top 10 worst Ssigs in Brawlhalla. Now, not too long ago, I put out a video showing the top 10 best signatures in my opinion. Now I'm going to give you my opinion on the top 10 worst signatures in the game. And once again, if you guys agree with the list, cool. If you guys have your own list to put in, please put that down in the description below. Comments below. Comment your list or any of the changes you would make to my list. Once again, it's opinionated only and not just a fact thing. It's only opinion. So nothing's wrong, nothing's right. So we're gonna start off by, this is actually kind of a hard list. This is actually kind of hard. Not many Ssigs are actually bad in this game. All Ssigs are useful, but these are my list of like the some that I just find not that great. And we're gonna start off. We're gonna kind of go from the top. We're gonna start off with Cassidy's Hammer Dsig. Her hammer is insane when it comes to the neutral Ssig and the side Ssig. Very, very, very fast weapons. But this one, not so much. It covers a lot of space, but it covers a lot of space slowly. And anyone that is like jumping, I doubt I could get this guy to do it, but if he is just jumping, I can hit somebody. Yeah, it's not working as a bot, but if someone jumps like one height. Look at this, one jump height, and you can go through it. So it's not the best of Ssigs in my opinion. It's kind of slow. You see what I mean? Like one jump height, and then at one height in the air, you jump again. You can down air with almost any weapon in the game. It's just not the quickest. There's a lot more signatures that cover this distance in a way quicker time. Mostly lance signatures with side Ssig and stuff like that. And next we have Nash Hammer, also Hammer Dsig. Okay, so his signatures are also pretty good on Hammer. They're a little bit slower than, cool, I'm doing very good here. A little bit slower than Cassidy's, but his signatures are a lot wider. So his side Ssig is pretty good. His neutral Ssig is very good. But the thing is the down Ssig, right? The down Ssig is a very different kind of move. He jumps and pile drives into people. But the move has no hitbox at the beginning, right? So there's no hitbox the whole way through until you hit the actual attack part, right? Let's get the hitboxes here. So, whoop. Like right about there is when it starts. So it's not like very good. And if you hit someone off the stage with it, it has kind of like it doesn't have like a spike like you might think. Okay, good job, me. All right, well, see, it just is proving me. This is proving my point. And now I killed him. Down Ssig's bad. It's just bad. It's just bad. Well, it's gonna be used in situations like every other signature in the game, but I just find that the hammer signature is just not as good as a lot of other Ssigs in the game. See if I can get him one more time. Look, see, he was in red with a down Ssig, and he's barely moving anywhere. It's got like this, I don't know, a thud. You need to hit the ground in order to make that move useful. So returning to stage is when it's probably the best use, like that. But even then, someone could just like move away and then attack. So it's okay, not great. And once again, these are not in any order. These are just the top 10. In third place, we have Queen Nye's Katar neutral Ssig. I think Queen Nye's, almost all of her signatures are pretty good. Nothing over the top. Neutral Ssig is very good. Down Ssig's okay. Side Ssig is pretty good. And her Katar Ssigs, down Ssig's really. Oh, okay, that's that again. Down Ssig is pretty good. Side Ssig's pretty good, but neutral Ssig, once again, it's just slow and kind of big. It does pick up grounded, which is good, but they might have buffed that. I thought it wasn't that far apart. But if you're not really close to somebody, and as you can see on the way up, the hitbox is not very tall, so you have to be like really in line. And being in this spot specifically gives a lot of people punish tools. Neutral light on bow, down light on spear. It's a big hitbox, but it just is kind of slow. And if you see it coming, you can put yourself in line to punish them right after it's gone. So it's just not that great of a signature. If it was way faster, I could see this neutral Ssig being a lot better. If it was a lot faster, maybe get rid. If it was a lot quicker, maybe get rid of like the picking up grounded so close. Maybe if it was like right on or something. I don't know. Just seems like just too slow of a Ssig to be able to do it. And some of these signatures in this game are like these characters and stuff. I haven't played a lot of, right? I haven't played like next to nothing of Queen Nai, so it may be using it wrong. It just doesn't seem like a great signature in my opinion. And a lot of people who I've seen play Queen Nai just don't use neutral signature at all. Next we have is Thatch Blaster's neutral Ssig. Thatch's blasters, in my opinion, are probably the worst signatures in the game. Now, this is my opinion. I've heard people tell me worse. I have heard that Blaster's neutral Ssig is the quickest signature in the game. Don't know how true that is, because it's just based on random people saying stuff, but it very well could be. The problem I have with neutral Ssig being the fastest in the game is that look at how tiny this hitbox is. So yeah, it may be fast, but you have to be in that little tiny area in order to get hit by it. And then the next one, where you step back a tiny bit, that's the big one, right? That's the big Ssig. It just, whoops, wrong button. It seems like it could be useful in situations, but I don't know. I played that. I have 60 some levels on Thatch, and I used down Ssig almost the most on Thatch for like edge guarding. I use it by far the most for doing stuff like that. I use side Ssig occasionally. Once again, not that great of a signature because Ada's side Ssig is like a lot better than that in my opinion. But this neutral Ssig is just hard to use. Look, did you see how close I was? Look how close I was to this character when I used this Ssig here. Let's get all the smoke out of the way here. So I just dashed in and neutral Ssigged. Look how close I am. And I am not hitting this character with a gun, with a blaster. As a neutral Ssig. Yes, it's slow, or it's quick, but man. Then he has all this time to dodge this one, because obviously he's just sitting there. Whew. It's just kind of rough. Just kind of rough. So, in my opinion, blasters, neutral Ssig, not that great on Thatch. Alright, next we have Barraza. Now, Barraza's, most of his Ssigs are very good. They actually have been buffed a lot. His axe Ssigs, almost all of the axe Ssigs are pretty good. But his side Ssig on blasters, in my opinion, is just not that good. So you see how far, we can reach pretty far with that last signature, right? But the thing is getting there is kind of slow. And you can predict it with a dodge. That first part is pretty good, right? If you hit him with this first one, like, that's the way to go. The thing is, with Barraza, you almost probably want to go for a down Ssig. Down Ssig will kill a lot earlier. Ooh, I don't know about a lot earlier, but it'll kill earlier. It's quicker. And you don't have to worry about your second hit coming out. So if you miss the side Ssig, right? The first part of the side, this part right there, if you miss that, you automatically have to shoot next time. So it gives you that many more frames that you are stuck if you miss your signature. While down Ssig, if you miss it, even it's about the same distance of getting hit. If you miss it, you are not in that second animation there. You see, you don't actually hit the person. So, but then you hit him, then it goes up. But this one, if you miss, you still have to hit. I do not see many side Ssigs on Barraza being that amazing for that reason alone. Just boom, just kill him. This is down Ssig's way better to use in the air. Just in general, not great of a Ssig. Number 6, we have Ulgrim Lance down Ssig. Ulgrim's had a lot of signature buffs. Even Lance down Ssig has been buffed a lot, and I still think it's not that great, right? His axe Ssigs, in my opinion, are like the best in terms of axe. It's very, very good either way. His neutral Ssig on Rocket Lance is pretty good, and his side Ssig's okay, nothing great. But his down Ssig, kind of, I don't know, just, this used to be a lot slower. Let me slide Ssig charge this off the edge here, if I can do that here. I almost died. I almost died at the lowest charge. Like, you see how low I go with the lowest charge of my Ssig? I have to use a recovery just to get back up here. It's just not that great. You don't use this, and if you're going to use it, you're going to use the neutral Ssig, okay? So, down Ssig hits, like, right in front of the character, up a little high. If I get this Nash right here, I bet you, I'm pretty sure this might hit grounded. I'm not sure. Yeah, see? You're going to use neutral Ssig over it every time. The neutral Ssig just hits. It's not as quite as close, but you're not going to be, like, going for the perfect, you know, perfectness right there. Side Ssig will be good too, but the neutral Ssig is just way faster, puts you out of place. The down Ssig just puts you in so much end lag that it's so hard to do anything with. I don't know what they could do about that to make it better. They, like I said, used to do this, and you actually were like almost close to dying. It was so bad. Like on this stage, you might have actually died. They didn't have this stage out before when Ulgrim had that Ssig problem. So yeah, Ulgrim Lance side down Ssig, not so great. All right, number 7 we have Kor Hammer down Dsig. So Kor Hammer down Dsig and Cassidy Hammer down Dsig are very similar in my opinions. And I don't play much Hammer, right? So this, like I said, these could be way better than I think, but I don't see many people using this. It's just slow. That last hitbox, that's okay. It's used in situations, sure. It hits pretty far. Like, I'm all the way up this edge of the stage. Almost hit her. Almost hit her. You have to be really, really planning ahead for this one. And this one has a cool one. You know, if you do it, cancel it like this, you can roll down. But look at that. Even if you miss, like, you have so much end lag, and someone, say you go for it like this, boom, and they just like, well, like, okay, you're dead now. You're dead. So it's just not that great. I think those Ssigs are just not that good. They're not very useful. I don't see many people using them usefully. You can see my hammer skills are amazing. And it kills pretty good. I mean, especially if you hit it like over here. I mean, that is where it's probably good. If you hit it on the edge like that, it'll carry you a long way, but still not that easy, not that quick to come out. All right, number 8, we have Val's Sword Dsig. Val has very good signatures, nothing like amazingly good, but her Dsig, another one of those moves that has a lot of fanciness. It's one of my favorite cool looking Ssigs, right? You do it left freaking disco. That's the coolest thing ever. But in terms of like usefulness, you're gonna use this a lot more. You're gonna use neutral Ssig as like one of the most used signatures on this kit. You just don't use down Ssig that often. It does actually pick up a lot farther away than I thought. Like, that's a pretty good pickup area right there. But as you can see, it's very, very low at the beginning. And then the rest is just on your body. So if you miss this, the good thing about neutral Ssig, it puts you out of place. Side Ssig puts you out of the place. So people have to like run at you and do this. While down Ssig, you miss, you're just kind of in the same spot. And the end lag is not horrible, but it's, for being in the same spot, I think it's kind of rough. You miss one move right here, and then he's just gonna hit you. It's not that hard to hit a still target that just doing an attack. Isaiah, one of my favorite characters. Cannon, side Ssig. This might actually be the worst signature in the game. I'm not gonna lie. This signature, I don't even know what they're thinking. Let's get this cannon. Look at this. This used to be worse and is still possibly one of the worst signatures in the game. Luckily, I can hit that guy from that far. But, okay, so first of all, well, let's move him over there. It used to be a lot slower. It's not anymore. But you watch this Ssig, right? Look how low the hitbox is. It's so close to the ground. And look at that, look at that. Okay, let's look at these. Look at this hit, okay? We're attacking. Boom, 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 right? There's the final one. But there's still so much, like, there's still so much, like, what is it? Looks like bullets are still coming out of that thing, and yet there's no hitbox. and then it should stop. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 or so frames at the end where they look like there's still stuff happening, and there's no hitbox, and then it goes away. And then it's, you can tell how slow it is. It's not horrible. Okay, it's horrible. Like, okay, so the other Ssigs that were slow went entirely across the map to about here. So Kor down Dsig on Hammer, Cassidy down Dsig, a Hammer went that far. This is slow. I think it might be even slower, and it doesn't even go close to the amount. It's so hard to find ways. You can't even like side Dsig off like this and like go around the corner or anything like that. You can do something like that. It's just so hard to get a good use of it. It's so hard. I don't even know. His neutral Dsig and this down Dsig is very, very good. One of the best in the game. But that side Dsig is so bad in my opinion. So bad. Alright, and going for number 10 is Yumiko's Bow Dsig. Now, you might think, like, her signatures on Bow and Hammer are very similar, right? They do that whole flare thing. The thing that I have a problem with the Bow down Dsig versus the Hammer down Dsig. If you look at the Hammer's down Dsig, it's up in the air, right? It's a pretty good spot. The guy has to either go underneath, because you can walk right underneath it, no problem, or jump around. Like they're not getting at you at this area if you do something like that. And then if you expect them to dodge through, you can like do whatever you want when they dodge through. If you know they're gonna come at you like down there, you can hit them with a side light, combo off of that. When you're off stage, that's always a good thing to do. And if you get hit by them, I believe that guy. Nope. Let's see. And if you get hit, let's see. We need to jump. So if you get hit by it, you can easily follow it up with a recovery or neutral air, something like that. I honestly don't know if that is true or not, but you can follow it up pretty good. Now, Bow, on the other hand, is only really good for off stage like this. Okay, so they can have to go around to go up like this, right? And if they go up, they will get hit, and you can do a recovery. That's what is good about the Bow down Dsig, right? Automatic recover out of the Bow down Dsig, and if they're off the stage, it's fine. But that's the only time you can use it. Hammer can use it on stage, anywhere, and it does so much better at covering area. This is just so low. Like, okay, wow, I can jump over this one time. I have 3 jumps. You know what I mean? Woo. It's not that great. You could also put it in the air, but then you're out of a dodge. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's as near as useful as the Hammer down Dsig on Yumiko, when they're both pretty much the same thing. Use it off stage, that's fine. But I don't know what else to use it. It just doesn't seem like a very good option versus the Hammer down Dsig. You know what I mean? Hammer down Dsig, I've seen people spam this thing all the time and get people where they want them to be, because their space is kind of like all over the place. Keeping somebody grounded when you want them to be grounded is just so good. So that's my opinion. Those are the 10 worst signatures in the game, in my opinion. Let me know if you guys thought about the same as I did. Let me know what signatures that you thought were the worst in the game, and you agreed with me. Let me know on the worst signatures in the game, because there are so many signatures in this game that I have very, very easily could have missed a few bad ones that certain people don't think are bad, others do. It's always like it's all opinion based. Be nice in the comments, please. But guys, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Peace.